Have you ever seriously wondered what our daily lives will actually look like in the year 2100? Well, for physicist Michio Kaku, this isn't some sci-fi fantasy. It's a real, reasoned prediction. And he argues that this incredible future won't be built by the famous people we see on TV, but by the scientists who are right now quietly working away in their labs. For Dr. Kaku, this is personal. He was inspired as a kid by characters like Dr. Zarkov from the old Flash Gordon shows, and he had this great realization. Sure, Flash Gordon is the hero who gets all the glory, but it's the scientist, Dr. Zarkov, who actually invents the rocket ship and the invisibility shield. They are the real architects of tomorrow, the ones working behind the scenes to make it all happen. So, you ready? Let's step into this world. We're going to walk through just a single day in the year 2100, just to see how much science is going to completely reshape our reality. All right, so our journey starts where every day does, in the morning. But this isn't just any morning. This is a morning where the digital world and the real world have completely merged, enhancing every single thing you do. Imagine this. You're not jolted awake by some awful alarm clock. Instead, your personal AI gently wakes you up and briefs you on your day. You pop in your contact lenses, which are connected to the internet, and suddenly your whole world comes alive with information. Then you just hop into your car, which of course drives itself, so you can start your day before you even get to the office. And this is the real game changer. I mean, forget those big, clunky VR headsets. We're talking about simple, semi-transparent contact lenses that create a direct, wireless link between your brain and the internet. It's brilliant, really, because your optic nerve is basically an extension of your brain. So this is the most seamless, most efficient way you could possibly access information. The possibilities here are just staggering. What if you could walk into a room and instantly see the names and bios of everyone you meet? Or travel anywhere in the world and see live subtitles as people talk to you in a foreign language? An architect could literally walk through an empty field and see their finished building, life-sized, all around them. It would completely change the way we interact with everything. And your commute? Well, you're not stuck in traffic. You're not even really driving. You're just gliding. Your car floats on a cushion of magnetism, so you don't feel a single bump or pothole. And since you don't have to watch the road, all that dead time we waste commuting, it's gone. It's now productive time to catch up with family, prep for a meeting, or just relax. Okay, so the morning's done. Let's fast forward to midday. You get a little ping on your contacts from your robotic doctor. It's time for your checkup. But this isn't about finding out what's wrong with you. No, this is about making sure everything stays right. And this is one of the biggest shifts in human history. This chart just lays it out perfectly. Right now, our approach to medicine is basically reactive. We wait until something breaks, then we try to fix it. By 2100, it's going to be proactive. We'll focus on preventing disease, on fixing genetic problems before they start, on regrowing organs when they fail, and maybe even on managing the aging process itself. I mean, seriously, just let that sink in for a minute. If your liver starts to fail, instead of waiting on a transplant list and hoping for a match, doctors will just take a few of your own cells and grow you a brand new one. A perfect copy made from your own DNA. Your body literally becomes its own repair kit. And our entire relationship with our genes is going to be turned on its head. Scientists say every single one of us is walking around with maybe a half dozen messed up genes. Well, in the future, gene therapy could fix those bugs, wiping out hereditary diseases that have haunted families for generations. And yeah, it'll even give parents choices about the genetic traits of their kids. But with all this incredible power, there's always a but, isn't there? And this old Greek myth is the perfect warning. The goddess Eos begged Zeus to make her human lover immortal. And he did. But she forgot one tiny, crucial detail. She forgot to ask for eternal youth. So her lover lived forever, but his body just kept getting older and older, withering away. It's a pretty powerful reminder that just living longer isn't the point. The quality of that life is what matters. All right, let's skip ahead to the evening. The day's winding down, you've got a date coming over, and you want to spruce the place up. But you're not going to be dragging furniture around. Nope, you're going to reprogram it. So you're just standing in your living room and you think, you know what? I want a different vibe in here. So you just give a command, and poof, your chair reassembles itself into a sofa. Your coffee table morphs into a dining table. The physical world around you becomes as easy to change as a line of code on a screen. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That sounds like something straight out of a movie. And you're not wrong. Remember the T-1000 from Terminator 2? That creepy liquid metal guy who could turn into anything? Well, the actual scientific principle behind that is being developed right now. So what is this stuff? It's called programmable matter, and it's basically made of millions of microscopic little computer chips called KTOMs. Think of them like microscopic robotic Legos. By changing their electric charge, they can link up, let go, and rearrange themselves into pretty much any shape you can imagine. It is the ultimate form of recycling. And think about what that does to our economy. In a world with programmable matter, the idea of scarcity almost disappears. If something breaks, it just repairs itself. You don't throw things away anymore, you just tell them to become something else. It's basically the Star Trek replicator brought to life. I mean, what does money even mean when you can create almost anything you want on demand? So let's just step back for a second. We've just seen a future where we have minds connected to the internet, bodies that can be perfected, and total command over the physical world. I mean, let's be honest, these are basically the powers of the gods, right? But with the power of gods comes the burden of gods. Just to recap the whole shebang, we're talking about manipulating objects with our thoughts, using biotechnology to create perfect health, and using nanotechnology to make the world around us shape-shift at our command. Humanity is about to get a serious, serious upgrade. But with all this godlike power comes a massive, massive warning. And it's summed up perfectly in the classic sci-fi movie Forbidden Planet. In the film, a civilization builds a machine that can create anything they can imagine. The problem was, the machine didn't just listen to their conscious thoughts, it also listened to their subconscious ones, their primitive fears, their anger, their monsters from the id. And in the end, it was their own inner demons brought to life that destroyed them. And that brings us to the biggest paradox we're ever going to face. We will hold in our hands the unlimited, godlike power to build, to heal, and to shape a perfect utopia. But that exact same power is also the power to destroy. And the scariest part is, the biggest threat won't be some outside force. It'll be us, the monsters in our own heads. Our greatest tool for creation could become our ultimate weapon of self-destruction. You know, for all of human history, we've basically been passive observers, just dealing with whatever nature threw at us. By 2100, we'll become its masters. We're going from being dancers in a show we don't control to becoming the choreographers of the entire performance. And that leaves us with one simple, terrifying question that will define our future. What kind of dance are we going to create? The choice will be ours.